Okay, so I think this is the end of week 7. I just got back to drop off my soup. I finally used my slow cooker and I think it tastes decent. I tried making a Taiwanese beef noodle soup. So that cost me about, let me see, $8 for the beef for half a pound, and then veggies. Honestly, maybe $12 to make. But I don't have proper noodles, so I'm just eating it with ramen, I guess. It was decent, a decent lunch. Yeah. I do look a little rosy because it was actually warm out today. This morning, again, all week, I've been waking up around 6:30. And yeah, I think it was a productive yet unfortunate week. And what I mean by that is, I think this week has been extremely unlucky. I don't know if you can hear my toilet. My toilet is my ambience. It sounds like a little aquarium fish tank. Oh yeah, campus in the basement, there was some kind of electrical fire down the basement. So for the past 2 days, they had to cancel classes or move them online to Zoom, like during the pandemic. Or they had to block off access to some floors entirely. But at least the library was still open, and I don't know, I just think studying at the Boston Public Library, Bates Hall with the iconic green lamps it's an aesthetic, but I've never felt so focused. Definitely need that, especially since there's a huge bulky test next week. It involves microscope slides, and it's going to talk a lot about baby development, or rather, how do you go from one cell into you, an organism full of complex parts, moving parts, and pathways. So that's what we're learning right now: metabolism, biochem, and tying that with the mechanics of your systems. We're starting off with cardiovascular system in particular. So it's been pretty fascinating, and it's less about the numbers and more about the principles. In my head, it sounds more exciting, I promise you. I promise you. Anyway, what else unfortunate happened this week? Okay, so I do have a locker, and I wanted to just have a stash of some energy drinks or whatever. And well, in case you don't know, gas stations tend to have some quote-unquote exotic flavors, right? And so across my campus there's a gas station, and I went and I bought an 18-pack of Celsius, and they ripped me off. And you know what's even more pathetic on my part is that Celsius isn't even my go-to. I think Rockstar Energy works a lot better for me, and I think a key ingredient difference is actually L-theanine, which has been proven to reduce anxiety, boost your mood, and other things. So Celsius lacks L-theanine. It's not in here. And yes, okay, I know Rockstar Energy does have about 40 to 60 milligrams more of caffeine compared to Celsius, but this is what they had at the gas station, and it was in a pack, and well, I wanted to stock up. So I figured, okay, why not? So I ended up getting 20 cans, and I told them I know at Target you can get a 12-pack for about $25. The gas station, even after a little discount, they charged me $60 for a pack of 20. But I was just grateful for the discount, even though the cashier, he discounted me twice. But still, yeah. Anyway, so now I have a huge box of Celsius cans in my locker. Caffeine is also a diuretic, and my classmates have had a discussion about, oh, some brands, they make them piss more, or some brands, they make them a little sleepy, or they're not as alert with some popular brands. And oddly enough, one of my coworkers did tell me about the story of Celsius at her university in Florida. So this was actually founded by some college students. And so across several campuses, they'll have ambassadors that'll hand out some limited or upcoming flavors. I think I might have talked about it in a previous video, because I was just wandering on the other main campus, and I stumbled across an ambassador. It was a tasty flavor, don't get me wrong, but I feel like Celsius, it's a hit or miss. I do like the pina colada flavor. That's why I went to the gas station too, because they have the pina colada flavor. I just wanted a little taste of paradise in an unforgiving world. Okay, and then one more thing that I think I wanted to share is I sliced watermelon. I finally did. I got around to it, but it just, the whole process of chopping and slicing the watermelon and then just eating it by myself, I felt so pathetic. I was thinking to myself, why am I eating this watermelon by myself? My plan when I bought this watermelon was I would make a slushie out of it, or some kind of smoothie, maybe even, I don't know what else you would do with the watermelon. But yeah, I'm telling you, if you're gonna chop fruit, you have to share it with someone. You got, that's your love language. That's a love language. Okay, otherwise rest of the night is I go lock myself in a room with the whiteboard, draw out some metabolic pathways, talk it through, and then end the night with a hockey game, probably take a nap, dinner, and then go back to the whiteboard and do it again all weekend, as I do. At this point, I think every weekend is gonna be the same thing. I want to take a monthly excursion or something of a sort, just kayak every month, like I said. And it's getting colder. It's soup season, and well, hockey season is also underway, as well as basketball, and I think NFL season, preseason has kicked off. Yeah, okay, well, take care of yourself. Bye.